Happy 4th, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. Good evening. Mad at me? What did I do? I was going to do a beginning of the month show and then the big show at the end of the month. So this is as good as time as any to do it. Um, when? Tonight? I put my show up yesterday. So you had 24 hours notice, buddy boy. uh, I mean, in all honesty, I'll be on for a while. This is just a relaxed, chill stream. Um, Everything is $1 start, so absolutely no pressure. And we even threw some really nice coins in the mix. So, there's a few $300-400 cards that we're gonna start at, or coins that we're gonna start at $1, and whatever it sells for, it sells for. Kind of like giving back to the people for this holiday, the 250th birthday of our country. Seems pretty special. Say Slab Morgans. The answer is yes. No, no gold. No gold, because if I'm doing buck and go, there's going to be none of that. I mean, I have a few like nice pieces within arm's length. If you want like something really killer, I don't know what your expectation is. I guess. Yeah, next time, end of the month, I'll be sure to save one gold coin for you at the end of the month. Where'd you order your gold coin, Tempo? We are doing a buyer's giveaway tonight, by the way, ladies and gents. Buyer's giveaway tonight. July 4th nickels or quarters? No, no. I actually had a guy that found a few, and we're currently trying to work up a deal on it. Unfortunately, from his point of view, he probably thinks I'm cheap. I, I don't want to pay $2,500 for the damn things when I know they're gonna settle down for $300 to $500. I mean, let's be real. And besides, I told him that I'd be willing to wait a few months because they will settle. Ooh, Ascension Crown. I love those. Those are cool. Yeah, they always depreciate. It's just the the start of the things, the fever pitch right now is what's getting everybody just all excited about it. So I'm not a part of that. I will gladly wait a little while. Yeah, the FOMO is strong. Did I see the DDO on the nickel? Yes. Yeah, I did. That's the one that Paula posted, right? Indeed, I did. Buck, I did. Oh yeah, stupid strong. It's a good date for it too. I don't have any silver eagles. It's all type coins tonight. Do I have any coins? I might have a few or two. There's a pretty strong possibility that we have at least one or two. All right, buyers giveaway tonight. Uh, I would say 100% of what I have here, guys, is buck and go. All right. Happy 4th of July. The show is on me. You guys have fun. Hope you guys get a lot of great deals because we got plenty. Hey, your rotting leg. Do we have to? Um, First giveaway of the night, we have a nice little pack of Kennedys. So you're going for all four there on that one. Oh, thank you, Ted Barber. Yeah, there was a lot of doubt that people believe that these are being manipulated as far as their distribution. So that's simply not the case anymore. Any early, let's see, what do I have here? It depends on how early you're looking for. Say, someone was asking about these too. Just kind of came across these. All right, JJ with the first giveaway win. Unbelievable. Scooby. Scooby Doo, where are you? Yeah, I got a few of them. OGH, I got a no line fatty. Nice ones. Yeah, I got a few there. A few doll hairs too. We even have, I don't know who was asking about one of these, but I got another one. Bay Bridge. Yeah, so I got a few nice ones there. It's a super toner. Oh, it's a no line fatty too. Me. So we got a couple of the baseball commems in Perfect 70, and guess what? These are starting to tone. They have gold. They have a gold ring. Got two of them. Well, why don't you wait till the one sells on Heritage? When does that one end? Does that end this week or next week? Oh, next giveaway is going to be this I Can't Grade 1976 Ike there. Yeah, they did drop the price of them, huh? Yeah, a little bit. Nothing too crazy. J Guard, I do not, unfortunately. Oh, Robert, I'm sorry, brother. Yeah, this life event you just went through is way more important than coins. Yeah, do you guys see that they put the silver proof sets back on sale too? Yes, if you missed out, I guess it's an opportunity. I might get one more. I don't know. Yeah, our condolences are with you, Robert, to you and your family. See, as soon as we announce this giveaway, the second one here, we will get started. Um, I will announce what the buyer's giveaway items will be in about 30, 45 minutes, somewhere around there. Oh, Jerry, my coins? Yeah, they have one of my submissions. They haven't done anything with it yet. They've had it for about a couple weeks. All right, Mr. Jerry, congratulations. There you go. You got the nice slabbed Ike dollar. Time to get the party started. Um, so I have this box right here. We're not going to sell all of it because, me personally, I think some of the coins aren't worth even entertaining. I bought this whole box yesterday. Some pretty nice stuff, but aside from that, there are a sprinkling of not too great things in there. Right. Next giveaway is going to be this 1962 Lincoln Proof 66 Cameo. There we go. We're giving away slabs. Scooby, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I think because of whatever technical issue whatnot had, they ended up comping me it anyways. Yeah, don't even worry about it. It's cool. Did they oh they probably did not charge your card. So that's a courtesy gift from whatnot. Because on my end it shows as paid. That's why I'm able to generate the labels. Because if it's not paid, I can't generate labels. So that's the good news. All right, so these are all cents, all the way down the line. So we're starting out here. We actually have Flying Eagles, and then from Flying Eagles they go into Indian head cents, and then wheats, and we got all different dates. Again, we're not selling everything because a lot, as you know, I would say probably more than half of these coins aren't going to be worth selling, and I don't want to do that to you guys. I don't want to sell you junk. If I could help it, obviously. All right, but let's go ahead and get started here. We will sell every single one of the Flying Eagles, only because there are folks that are looking for affordable ones. Now, this well-loved beauty right here is an 1858. Looks to be large letters. All right, I want to make sure I get my lighting square here. It's not looking so appetizing. So what we're going to do for a good vast majority of these, again, we're starting everything at $1. All right, that's not changing. What we're going to do is we're doing 20-second sudden death on every single item. Guess what? Also in the mix, we got some 1931 S's. We're also going to be doing 20 seconds on those as well. We're going to sell every single one of them. So we got a fair amount of coins to go through, and then we're gonna go through some slabs, and then we're just gonna hang out and, just again, it's very chill. It's not a race to 500 sales or whatever. We're just gonna go ahead and kind of take it easy. I'll address questions in chat as they come up. So yeah, you guys have a good time. Happy 4th of July. You guys stay safe. Obviously, that's important because I want to see you guys here in 3, 4 weeks when we do our big show. I can. It's going to be a little late tempo. I'll probably be on for like 3 hours. If you're okay with that, I will raid you. All right. All right. First one up, 1858 Low Ballers Special. They're not all like this. I'm being kind of like selective because it is a Flying Eagle. Some people want a cheap hole filler, an album filler. And that's what you see here. All right. So we put the inventory sticker in order. So that's lot number one right there. And then we are going to raid tempo at the end of the night, whenever that may be. That's why I started at 5. So, Mr. Mike Devine, congratulations. You win the next slab. All right. Scooby, thank you, my friend. So nice. All right. Here's another 1858. Much more of a readable date, but as you can see, this one looks like it's been ground, so it's very environmental. All right, another hole filler here. 1858, large letters, looks like. There you go. That one's live. Oh, thanks, Tempo. Hey, my pleasure, man. Anytime. It's nice to hear that you're getting a little bit of help from a certain benefactor, if you know what I mean. That's always a good feeling. All right, I'm going to Miss Teresa. Thank you so much. All right, I know for certain these are better ones here. Wow, that one is crazy. All right, there you go. Hey, where's the date? It struck through 1858, small letters. This one here looks to be XF details. Looks like it was a Doug coin, but at first glance, you wouldn't think. I mean, this one's pretty nice, but upon closer examination, it does have a little light porosity. Wow, wow, Scooby, yeah, you're gonna ride that home, aren't you? No, we don't have any July 4th quarters. Struck through with dirty dies, also on the reverse as well. No seeded dollars coin kernel. We do get them in on occasion. We just don't have any for tonight. Tonight's kind of like a giving back stream. I believe this is the last Flying Eagle. I think I put the best one for last. Let's see. We got a problem free 1858. Looks to be large letters. This one like VF 20, 25. All right. Just nice to even wear. If you want a good decent piece, this is a good one here. Hey, Resin. Hey, thank you, my friend. Bestseller on whatnot. I'll take that. I'll take it. 1858, large letters, VF 25. Good looking one there. All right. Going to Miss Linda. All right. We have now crossed over to the good little Indians. All right. I want to make sure you guys getting good feedback here. Nothing laggy. All good. Cool. All right. I actually turned off the Wi-Fi on my device. 1862, full Liberty. All right. It's got the coloration that looks like maybe it was in the ground, but it really doesn't have too bad porosity on there. It's about a net VF details, say a VF 20-ish. There you go. That one's live. 1862 white cent. So these are copper and nickel. David Matthews. Yeah, they're being found in North Carolina, Kentucky, Texas, New York, New Jersey, among a few places. So they are out there. They're out there for the taking. Let's put it that way. All right, Martin. There he is. What are we giving Martin? How about this one here? 1973 soap bar NGC holder in 65 red. That's a good choice. All right, let's see what we got here. We got some nice earlier dates. There's another 1862. It looks to be really close in grade to the other one. So I would say net VF details. The darkness to it indicates probably that again it's a little bit environmental, but otherwise a pretty nice meaty coin. All right, there you go. 20 seconds sudden death. $1 starts on everything tonight. Yeah, Uncle Nacky. That's good timing. Everyone, yeah, jump to your banks because they're open tomorrow. They're not open on Saturdays. Faux show. Me personally, I would do it to find them and then sell them quickly because money is just too good. All right, so we're not selling that one. It's funny, it says 1889, but it's an 1882. See, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. That's our next giveaway. So we're going to give away 10 Indians. 82, 82, 83, 88, 89, 90, 92, 92, 93, and 1898. So there's, a little bit lower grade than what I prefer to sell on here to you guys. But great hole fillers nonetheless. And if someone wants that, that's going to be our next giveaway there. Yeah, yeah. Someone had said 250,000 is entirely too many. I'm like, are you serious right now? Hey, are you hearing yourself talk? If you go back and see how many of the regular circulating strikes they make, just from say the Philadelphia Met, they'll change their mind without a doubt. Let's do this one here. Always better, I would say, to show the coin off. That's a nice one there. 1899. Looks to be about VF 30-ish, full Liberty, 2.5 diamonds. We'll do this one here. $1 start, 20 second sudden death. There you go. 250,000. You could classify it as across the globe, just in the US. It doesn't matter. That is the cap limit. And they did 250,000 for the 250th anniversary. So that is what they're doing now. Again, comparison wise, the West Point mints, those were 2 million per design. And they did 5 different designs, of course. There's another nice 1899. Maybe not. It's like it's VF details, but yeah, we're not gonna do that one. Outside, I mean, a lot of like good VG coins here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. All right, we'll give away another pack of this after that one there. So put that one there for now. Oh, that's decent. We'll add that one to the giveaway. All right, that's a good one there. All right, 1902. Let's see. Yeah, this one looks pretty good. I thought for a second it was porous. No, it's not. Just a few contact marks on the cheek. Yeah, is that VF30 on this one here too? There you go. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you probably hit the nail on the head, Nacky. $200 for one that's say 2 years later on down the line, circulated, nobody paid attention. Looks pretty rough. Yeah, that probably would end up being kind of the floor on something like that, give or take. All right, Mr. Jerry. There you go. Ooh, that's a nice one. We'll put that in the giveaway pile. Why not? 1903. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay. We have a fair amount of giveaways tonight, by the way, ladies and gents. So we got slabs for days. I know when we get to the Lincoln sets, they're actually a lot better quality. Wait a minute. It's Wait. Oh, that's a decent one there. Congratulations, Wait. You got yourself a nice little pack of early date Indian head scents. Enjoy it. It's nice 1905. I'm gonna just put that in there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, we'll do 15 for this one. There's the next pack there. Yep. All right. And we'll kind of go back and forth between the Indian head scents and the slabs. All right, so that way we have nice little selection here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ryan, 69 proof. What? 69 proof penny. I might have one sitting around somewhere in here. There are a few proofs. They're later dates. All right, we're gonna do a pack of 10 for auction. I think these are all O5s and O6s. Low ball, low grades, probably details, but can't give away all of them, right? So a lot of them will look like that or similar. So $1 start, 20-second sudden death. Pack of 10, O5s and O6s. 1905, 1906. All right. For JJL, lot number 9 for you, JJ. Ooh, that's a nice one. So that one's separate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, this group right here, 1906, '07s, and '08. There's actually a couple VF coins in this group. All right. Again, nothing too crazy, but if you want to fill an album or do whatever, then you'll have this. So this is a lot of 10 Little Indians. There you go. It's a nice one there. Partial Liberty. That one has a full Liberty. The 2x2 is a little scuffed, but again, sudden death on these guys here. And there you go. JJ, winner. It looked good. Yeah, but it's got some pretty gnarly scratches going across it. So, yeah, see right there. Unfortunately. All right, Aaron, congratulations. Huh, interesting. All right, Aaron, that is yours. So, next giveaway 1962 Philly and 65 red. Type 2 blank planchet there. Looks to be, feels like it is copper plated zinc. So, post 1982. All right. Let's see. 1 second, 20-second sudden death. 1 minute or $1 start. Yeah. My brain. What the heck is going on here, guys? There you go. So Type 2 blank planchet with the upset rims. Okay. There you go. That's kind of cool. The evolution. Lincoln Sense. 58D. Weedy. 64 proof and a blank planchet all in one there, and a three-way 2x2. No DDOX. This is mid-air in a way. The blank. Do you have any of those rolls from the guy with the store? It's a nice one there, April. Kind of a like little mini type deal here. 1907 Indian 41S wheat. 1960D small date. Nice BU coin there. I mean, I do have a good fair amount of wheat cents. The rolls, right? Like the 2 or 3 roll lots. All right, thank you, Jerry. That was lot number 13 there. All right, let's check out these 1909s. Oh, that's a nice one. Dang. Looks like AU right there. It's not a VDB, but 1909 non VDB AU. I'm going to say AU 50 just for conversation sake. Nice even brown. It looks like there's not a whole lot of circulation wear on there. So I'm probably undergrading this one by a little bit. 1909 non VDB. I wish it was an S, Steve. All right, here's some VDBs. I know you guys like these. Oh, that's a nice one there. Yeah, that's AU 55 09 VDB. All right, there you go. That one's live. See, I knew there were some great ones in here. You just had to get through just the stack of Indians that look like they've all been to war and back. Yeah, I did notice there was a little lag in there. Sorry, guys. Usually, when I have the coins super up close, that's where it begins to get kind of laggy for whatever reason. All right, here's another one here. Oh boy, look at that! It's like night and day. This one has lamination though on the obverse, so it is a mid error, but it's just not a crazy high end one. It's like this one, probably looks more like fine 12, but it's lamination. All right, there you go. 1909 VDB lamination obverse right on the word Liberty. Yeah, that was a killer grab on that previous one. That is such a nice chocolatey brown. Yeah, lamination's going right across Lincoln's head there. All right, for Steve. Steve the Weave. Very nice one there. XF 09 VDB. All right, there you go. So I showed you the coin up close, pull back a little bit so it's not as laggy, I guess. '09 VDB and XF 40. I'm going to say. I think this is my last VDB version. All right, Mr. Double J L, lot 17. And Nikki with the giveaway win. Actually, that's a nice player. That's 62. Too bad it's not mid state 67. You'd be looking at a $3,000 coin. That is how close in grade this one is to sheer bliss. All right. So we'll do another pack of the Indians for our next giveaway. Huh. That is a 10S. Nice. I knew there were for a few good dates in this one. Oh yeah, this one's nice. Yeah. I'd say 10. That one I would put fine 15. I think the 1899 Indians sold, Steve, unless you were the one that bought it. All right, 1910S. Nice, good semi key here. Again, that one right around fine 15. If you need that date, that's a good problem free example there. Yeah, sorry about the lag. Let me check something here. I got another 10S. Don't worry. I don't know how good it looks, but let me reactivate my Wi-Fi, see if that helps. Uh-oh. I could tell it's jumpy. Come here. Well, you're in luck. This next one's not too bad. It's a wood grainer. 10S. Yep, 10S Woody. Oh, a little unexpected, right? But this is the last one. Because the next one's a 1911. I mean, if it's worth selling. Okay, there you go, my friends. 10 San Francisco. Woody. Little improper alloy mix action there. All right. Scooby, what happened? Do you need some Scooby snacks? Is that the issue? Ooh, 11D. It's a lower grade VG. 11D. Let's do that one there. There you go. She is active. Yeah, kind of a budget example here, and very good. All right, for the wild one. Wow, 12S, huh? Let's see how good it looks. There's two 12S's. Oh man, that is rough as crap. Yeah, damn. Well, let's hope for the best on this next one here. Oh, yeah, way better. 12S and fine 15 as well. Hey, that's a win. That's just like one of the more expensive early dates. There you go. 12S, problem free, fine 15, a must have date for any album. Oh, Scooby. Marco, how you doing, brother? Long time no see. David, Mr. Hutton. There you go. Law 21 on the 12. 13. Oh, whoa, that's a sneaker. 11S. Wonder how old that price is. Wow, that's a nice one. 2 cents. Winning 10 cents in Indians. Woo! All right, let's take this one out so you can see this one. That is a nice 11S. Good solid VF. No doubt about it. They're like, okay, we're going to lag on you, sir. I like it. Talk about unexpected. Oh, you guys are going to battle it out for the only 11S I have here, and it's a good one. There you go. 20 seconds on the SD, $1 start. 11S. VF 25 Arena. She's a beaut, Clark, as my wife would say. Oh, yeah, exceptional purchase, Linda. Well done. Wow, that is a nice one. I had to check it out for myself here. Yeah, those wheat stock lines are full on the reverse. Could possibly be higher than VF30. I usually go very conservative on these by about a point or two. Here's 13D. Looks like Woody. It's another tougher date. Probably very good as well. So if you need a 13D, here it is. Do I have a gold walker? Or you mean the one that's coming from the mint? So here's the deal. I plan on buying the Standing Liberty quarter gold, and I'm also planning on getting the Walking Liberty. Beyond that, my friends, I'm priced out. I'm priced out of the 1804 Drake bust. I'm priced out of the St. Gaudens. I think I want the silver medals more, and I could get those on the secondary market. The problem is those two are going to be very expensive. Wow, this is a nice 13S. This is just as needed as the 12S. Yeah, VF20 on that one there. That's a good looking 13S. Yeah, these earlier estimates are very pricey. Anything pre 1916, you're going to be coughing up a few doll hairs. 13S, problem free, VF20. Yeah, that's a good one there too for Linda. Yeah, Linda, I have a feeling needs a few of these earlier dates. She's gonna end up compiling a pretty nice collection overall. I think by the time the dust settles, and well, here's another 13S. Look at that one. This one I put probably VF 30-ish. Man, that's a nice one. I thought the one before it was nice. This one's slightly better. There you go. Well, Robert, it's certainly heading in that direction. She's very dedicated to the Lincoln Set series. And eventually I'll have a 1909S VDB for her, one that's going to be, relatively affordable. Um, I do have a 14D. The only problem is I think it's been cleaned and retoned. I don't It's not my favorite. No, she doesn't mess around. So we have a number of 13S's back to back. Now the question is, how good are the other ones compared to the first two that we had? This one has the little gunk under the throat area. Doug's coins. Congratulations. What are we giving Doug? I think we're going to do a slab, right? 1963 and 64 red. Hmm. Nice one. For Doug. Dig Doug. All right. So there's another 13S if you missed out on a few. Here's one that's a little bit more budget. This one I put about fine 12 on this one. But it is the one of the perennial tough dates. Oftentimes you'll pay up for things like this at coin shops and shows. Um, this is one of those dates, by the way, that don't be surprised you see a $50 bill attached to them every time you come across one, especially at a show. I think folks are really proud of those particular earlier dates. Another sneaky one's a 14S. We do have one more. This one is actually another nice one here too, and it's got a little mini 2x2, and it's in a. So they put VG fine, which I'm pegging this one for fine 12. $17. All right, well, let's get $17 for that. It's probably worth more. This is an old collection from like the early 2000s, so prices have changed since then. I'd say fine 12 on this one. It's a pretty accurate, and it's problem free. This thing is just an even brown all around. All right, there you go for the J Meister, or one of two J Meisters. Let's see, lot 27. Daniel, how you doing, my friend? You're in a rough way? Well, we are here for you. 14S. Okay, I can work with this. VG8, 14S. It's not a date that I get into inventory that often. There's just something about the state that makes it elusive for me. And when I do find them, they don't look very good. It's a 14S, if you can see it way over there. I'm just trying to make sure that the stream doesn't lag too badly. All right, C. Morel. I do have another 14S. I don't know what it looks like. It's in a little small 2x2. Actually, I got two of them. Yeah, this one is not crazy looking. Yeah, this one, I don't know. If someone wants a very low priced one there, it's even got a scratch across the. Let's just do this. scratch across the plastic on that 2x2. Probably a staple scratch, perhaps. Yeah, a little environmental on this one here, but if you need a cheap one, this is it. There you go. 14S. It's probably fine details, maybe VF, you know. All right, JJ. All right, next giveaway. How about a Proof 69 Deep Cameo Bison 2005S? It's a cool one there. Here is our other 14S, which looks better. That's Woody. There's Woody on the reverse. Let's see. I'd say VF20 on that one. Not too shabby. There you go. Yeah, Steve, it's just practice and timing. You gotta get the timing down because you know the timer can go to zero and you'll have a super fraction of a second to put in another bid while it's still zero. Or you could pre-bid, but you know, kind of like beware on on that practice. But you're just coming in, Rick. I see you just came in. How you doing, sir? That this is our early month show, and then we will be back in like 4 weeks. So we're actually gonna take time to do some vacation stuff. And it starts next week. So after 4th of July, that's kind of blown over. 15D, yes. No, that's not 15D. It's something better. It's a 13D. Huh. Well, we'll have to change that insert. A 13D. It's actually a decent one. Fine. Fine 12. There you go. 13D. All right. JJ. Let me change that real quick. Nope, it is not all cents. We're gonna be around for a while, but we have all of the denominations. We got nickels, we got dimes, we got quarters, we got halves, we got dollars, we even have early commems. I'd say we have a pretty nice even keel of items here tonight. 18S looks good, but we'll add that to the giveaway pile. Oh, whoa. What in the world? Zamura. Yeah, I was not expecting this. Here, take a look at it. Toner. It does have that little spot there on the left. But boy, that's cool, huh? On a 20. Yeah, it's like a tone spot right there on the left wheat stalk. It's not like foreign substance or anything like that. It's just an oxidized brown on that area. Okay. Oh no, you guys want this thing or should I just throw this away? Run it! Yeah, this thing is shoot. Look at the colors on that thing. I mean, it is mid state. This has got to be like $200 coin. It's got to be. It's a 1920. Okay. Well, against my own advice, we're gonna, sudden death this thing. Why? If it was anybody else, they probably end up sending this to PCGS. If she wants it bad enough, she'll bid on it. All right. I mean, there's 20 seconds. There's plenty enough time, I would imagine. There you go. Yeah, it's got this rosy red and a little bit of purple. That is 100% legit. Legit toning on this thing. April, you gotta be feeling good about that one. I was this close. You could barely fit a Lincoln sign between those two fingers. I was that close for keeping it for myself. Now, mind you, most of these coins, I didn't even go through one by one because I went through all the Indian headsets, and it kind of gave me a general idea of what I thought was the grade going to be for throughout all the coins, like low ball. Apparently, that's not the case. Oh my god, dude! Are you kidding me? This person like find every good 1920 Philly. Yes, yeah, on my account. You could hit the jackpot on my account. It's been done before. People made thousands of dollars off me. No joke. I care, but I don't care. If that kind of makes at all any sort of sense. Because again, I'm gonna say it and I'll say it again. I'm an education channel, and I get these. I buy them back in the 1990s. I get these in collection buys, and it's like what's in there is in there. Another 1920. Golly. Yeah, look at the toning on the reverse. A beautiful raspberry red. Obviously, this one will grade like red brown, but that's okay. The coin has um, personalities that I find very attractive. Again, we're probably talking two more bills here on this one. All right, let's do it. Don't get high off your own product, Shawnee boy. Do not get high on your own producto. That's why I have to remind myself every time. Yeah, JJ, there you go. Another bang air. Lot 33. Apparently, there was one more. Purple and blue? Are you out of your mind right now? Oh, no. Oh man, I gotta put one aside. I mean, it might sell later on. I'm just like I want to have options. I want to have options. But that's okay because the next coin is a 22D. 22D. 2 cents. You're killing me. You mean I can't have my cake and eat it too, Miss Schlees? I'm sure I butchered the heck out of that name. That's okay. You got yourself a roaming buffalo bison in a 69. One grade away from perfect 70, by the way. So I heard. Man. Well, 2 cents, you're in a good position because we're in this lot right here. And you might actually be able to hit it here in the slabs. Because, there's some decent priced coins, but nothing like earth shattering. You're not gonna have to spend thousands of dollars to get to, 15 items. And besides, you guys, you want to hit silver. That's where you unlock I loaded silver intentionally with a bunch of coupons. Like a lot. It's even better than gold. So 22D says die one. So this one has the weak reverse. Not that it matters. I think that only applies. It's a weak D. All right. That usually applies to the plain no mint mark versions. All right, let's go ahead and do this one. This one, yeah, it's like VF20. These things are generally very weakly struck, so they throw off a lot of folks that are encountering this date and they need one for their collection. A very weakly struck one will appear to be a much lower grade than usual. When that's not the case, again, these are old prices. I think they're like from 2005 or something like that. So there you go, Steve Areno. Yeah, we'll get to slabs eventually. We just have to get through this row. I don't know if I'm gonna sell any of these. These are later dated stuff. It's all like proof. It's all, I don't know, no frills kind of stuff. Yeah, that was a good deal on the 22. Here's our other 22D. This one is not as great. It does have a full Denver mint mark there. Say VG on that one, VG8, VG10, VG11.5. There you go. 22D if you need it. All right. For AWOL. AWOL going AWOL, like usual. Yeah, I mean, I have a couple more 22Ds here, Bill. Let's see if I have one with a. Yeah, we're not doing that one. That one is rough. Uh, nope, that's a weak reverse there, too. I mean, if you need one, there it is, VG, all day long. I'd say the first 22D was the best of them all. Yeah, how crazy are the bids on that 22D AU with the strong reverse? Are we talking a couple hundred or a lot higher than that? All right. For Doug's coins. All right, so we're almost there, and then we're going to jump into some slabs here. Uh, Toe 24D, please, oh please. Oh, hell yeah. Look at this thing. XF. Whoa, mama. XF 45? 24D? Read it and weep, ladies and gentlemen. That's one of the key dates of the series there. 24D and XF 45. Ooh, that is not a cheap coin, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's see who wins this next one here. Aaron. All right, anyone need a nice higher end 24D? Look no further. You don't have to spend 1,000. Yeah, I know. See, people win 2 or 3 times on here. 20 seconds sudden death, $1 start on this 24D. This is a must have. Shroom mines, I might. I didn't go through them. I don't know. I feel like I need to go through them because there's so many coins in this double row box. There was like 250 or some ridiculous number like that. I'm like, there's no way I'm selling all these. I mean, as you can see, I put in 250 lots for tonight. We were intending on being on for a few hours, 3 hours probably. Um, Mostly just to hang out with you guys. Dollar starts on everything. All right, here's another 24D, and there's another one behind it, and another one behind it. Okay, you guys are in for a treat here. Shoot, that one ain't bad either. God, yeah, you guys are lucky here tonight. This one here is VF30. Nice gloss to it too. Problem free. 24D and VF30. All right, so a little bit more of a discount. Still a pricey coin on this key date. No, no, sir. It's not all Lincolns. I mean, we do have a fair amount of Lincolns. We're almost done with the 2x2 stuff here. We have nickels, dimes, quarters, half dollars, early commems, and some other random knickknacks. We got the random knickknacks. You might actually have a little bit of an interest in some of the whatchamacallit, 31 Philly. Let's see what I have here. I mean, does that suffice? 63 Brown, Visterian? Or are you looking for minty red or red brown? I knew I had something in here to that effect. And I had the 33 last week. Yeah, this one's definitely crackable, and the grade is not too bad. Let me see what I have in here for a 33. Here's the other 31. Or is the 31 there? I don't know if that's. Oh, it's. Yeah, you want to be you. Never mind. No, no 33s, unfortunately. All right, let's see the next 24D. Ooh, that's a roughie. Environmental and cleaned. I don't know. Does anyone want that? That one's better. It's got a few like kind of greasy dirt spots on there, but especially on the reverse there. Let's do that one. It's like a net VF low end, VF 20 ish, 24D. There you go. Visterian. I was just gonna start at $1. Everything is $1 start and then go. Now the slabs I wasn't gonna do sudden death, so it'll give you some leeway, a little bit of time to make your bids. See, all these raw 2x2s right here are $1 start, 20 second sudden death. So yeah, we're not gonna do that with the slabs. 25. Oh, 26S. That might be one of the last ones to sell. Yeah, 26S. It's another tough date. All right, we got Marco Polo. Probably wins a slab here, so I'll grab a slab for your win. There you go, 56D and 64 red, and the old soap bar holder. All right, this is the one singular solitaire 26S I do have. It's a net VF. It does have a spot on the reverse, so do note that. And there we go. That one's live. 26S. Ricky G, what's up, my brother? All right. Senor Steve. So number 40. All right. Well, ladies and gents, I think that is it for this. Ooh, it's pretty nice 30S there. Yeah, someone is in for a treat on the rest of these. Um, Here is what I was going to do. This was going to be our buyer's giveaway, is the rest of this. It's a 36S right there. And we are going to be putting in as well a 31S key date Lincoln in with this group right here. Oop. And then when you get to this side of the box, whoever wins this one, that's where all the awesome stuff is as far as how about that thing? Yeah, pretty decent looking Steely there. Yeah, this is all nice. All this here from 52. These are all like it's like BU and proof all the way down. So you will not be disappointed in what you're getting. Some more Steelies. Yeah, there's some BUs in here. Once we get into the 40s, some BU red browns, BU reds. Not too bad. Yeah, this is where it gets good. All right, cool. All right. Couple of nines in there as well. There's the 31S. That's a go in there. So that coin alone is about 75 bucks. And then when you add all these in, we're probably talking 250, 300 pretty easily. So we got a couple other 31S's here for you, ladies and gents, that we are going to be doing. Okay, you want me to do that slab real quick? I tell you what, let me run these two 31S's, Vicerian. And because we're doing these $1 starts, this one is actually a Woody. It's VF35. And then we'll do that slab first. All right, so 31S, guys. Key date, under a million made. If you need it, here's the first one here. Pretty nice one, too. You know, VF35. A lot of these are generally in much higher condition. And it's got the wood graining striations. Beauty. Very nice. All right, for Doug's coins, it's almost like 50% off sale on that one there. These things are usually $80 to $100, guys. All right, one of each. Hey, hey, hey. One of each winning a little something, something. Let's see, how about this? 2005 S Western Waters. It's the Ocean in View. Proof 69D cam for you. Enjoy it. Oh, look at that. That was purchased from David Lawrence Rare Coins. Interesting. And then here is the other 31S. This one is quite interesting. It's toned. It's got reverse delamination. So a little lamination at the bottom right wheat stock line there, right from the edge. That's a nice one. Yeah, some toning. See, blues, reds. And that's a 31S. Again, 31S, one of the key dates. Here you go. 20-second sudden death, $1 start. Yes, I know what you guys are thinking. Why would he do something like that? That's like a probably $250 coin that he's shoveling for 20-second sudden death. Steve, buddy. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, you got probably one of the great meaningful ones tonight. Bravo, kind sir. Bravo. Yeah, someone say if I had any half dimes, I do. AU 55 1837. No stars, plain. Pretty nice, right? Yeah, so I have one. How often do I get half dimes? You know, once in a blue moon. All right, let's do the 1931. Due to a request, we're gonna start this one here. All right, so we're kicking off sudden death. We're going to 15 seconds, $1 start, and it begins now. Yeah, Mid State 63 Brown PCGS. There you go. Yeah, it's got good luster. Good luster for a brown. Yeah, the toning was pretty good. I think that coin needed to belong in a museum. All right, Indigon. That one is gone to Indigon. There you go. They're kind of in order. I did them by decade, so we're gonna go ahead and plow through them. 1968 S and Mid State 66 Red, our first official slab, I guess you could say. Vicerian, thank you, sir. Thank you for coming by. Sorry you didn't get that one there. By the way, that's a nice high grade. 67 or 7 plus is the top of that day. It might even be 68. I'm not sure, but 66 is a top flight grade for this one too. They call secondary tier. Scooby, I'm probably sure that maybe over 50% rate knows about the max bid feature. I mean, you kind of have to know, sort of. I mean, you don't have to, but if you've been playing the game here on the platform, yeah, you'll know, or rather, you'll find out pretty quickly. By the way, the slabs that we have on here tonight are nice stuff. This is nice stuff, guys. That this box right here probably has, if I had to guess, $7,000 $8,000 and stuff. And we're gonna do dollar and go on everything that we're gonna try and sell, I guess you could say. So you're getting some shots at some really spectacular stuff here. Um 60D small date in 5 red. Okay, you're gonna notice that a lot of these are graded long time ago. A lot of these, 10, 15 plus years ago. Right, so $1 and go. There you go. Yeah, Libertad 13. Yeah, pretty good show. It's a easy, very chill Independence Day kind of stream. I'm mad. Maybe you're mad. Yeah, 15. Yeah, 15 years ago now officially is old. And I'm feeling even more old because when these youngsters these days say, "Oh, you were born in the 1900s," man, I own that stuff. I'm like, yeah, I was born probably, I grew up during a time, the best by far decade, the 80s and 90s. I mean, come on now. Let's be serious. There's a lot of things that I wish still to this day that we embrace, you know. Small date's more valuable, both in the Philly and Denver. Believe it or not, the Denver in top grade is worth more than the Philly, but in lower grades, the Philly is worth more than the Denver version. I think this is the last 60s. 60 Philly, large date, and 66 red. See, we got the good grades here. I love these grades. It screams like it's premium, but at the same time, oh, thank God it's not a 67 because I don't want to have to spend $800 on that. So, yeah, a pretty good deal there. Yeah, VH1, MTV, BET, I guess. I'm not gonna lie, I watched a little bit of BET back in the day, because I love the '90s rap scene, with Tupac and Biggie, and yeah, it's all good. I mean, that's stuff I all grew up on. My brother actually got me into that. So, yeah, yep, good stuff. All right, now we're into '50s mode. 55. Poor man's double to die, no less. It's 65 red. Okay, there you go. Wet never took off. No, it didn't. It did not. Yeah, 70s and 80s. It's where you lived as a hippie. Nobody cared. It was like carefree, kind of lifestyle and recreational. If you did that sort of thing, nobody cared. It wasn't that big of a deal. And man, don't get me started with like video games and just getting on the bike, riding around town. Hey, don't come back until the streetlights come on. By golly, I was born in '78, by the way. 58D and 5 red. Okay, there we go. Just one day? Yeah, tell me about it. I love TRL. Yeah, I was sad when they discontinued MTV. I mean that was an institution for a lot of us. You know, he got house key at 3 years old. That's cool. And we, when we were out and about, we were always at someone's house. It's not like that we disappeared off the face of the earth. I mean, we were gone like 12 to 18 hours in a day. 57D, look at this nice color on there too. And 5 red. Yeah, they did. When they decided to put all these crappy shows on there that had nothing to do with music culture. Yeah, that did it in, you know. Oh, by the way, you're going to find that there's not a lot of duplicates here, ladies and gents. So, um, there's some pretty impressive pieces in here. Yeah, I liked it when there were no cell phones. JJ, are you asking me if I have errors? Do you want errors? I did get two just in. They're nice though. I don't know if your heart can handle it. You want to see the errors? The errors of your ways. All right, here's the first one. 1981 was that off center by 35-40%. Full readable date. Nice BU. So I do have that. Check this one out. 70D. Off center by 70% ish. Full readable date. And you can actually see Lincoln's mug right off the coin there. Now, is that what you were talking about when it comes to errors? I have these two. I just got these in today. So we can certainly do those. Run, run, Forrest, run. Okay. We'll start out with the 81 here. By the way, this is a very scarce state. If you collect this particular error type by date, 1981 is probably on the top 10% toughest states of the Memorial Series. Even 81D, 81P. That's why I got this. I bought these two from the same collector. All right, here we go. There you go. That one is live, 1981. Yeah, a few little scratches there on the off center part. It's nothing too wild, but yeah, this is a rare date. Had to have this one in spite of that. The 70D is perfect. There's nothing wrong with it. In case someone is curious. Yeah, the lead additive. Yeah, those were the days. Or back when a lot of states did full service, when the attendants came out and filled your gas and cleaned your windshields and you know. Okay, there's a 70D. There you go. All right, let's do that one there. There you go. Look how neat and clean and minty that one is. By golly, no carbon spots either. I'd say this is a white whale right here. Usually you find carbon spots pretty easily on these. Yeah, beautiful swirly there. Man. Yeah, the luster is strong on both sides. Impressive. I wasn't surprised. I had two very, very tough, very scarce dates. Because I've had a fair share of like other 1980s dates, especially. All right, so we're waiting on payment for that one, so I'll put this one aside for Anne. So there you go. All right, that's a tough one there. 52 Philly. Okay, any Philadelphia early 50s. All right, your payment went through. There you go, Ann. Congrats on the win there. Okay, this is probably my most priciest, most valuable, and this is even beating out the mid-state 66s we have coming up. Yeah, this one is surprisingly a very high gray sheet price. There you go. That one's live. 52 Philly and 5 red. This same very coin here in 7 red is about $8,000. I think it's 52. Let me see. So 51, 52 are like neck and neck for top pop crazy ceiling value. And that's for registry sets. Well done. That's a nice acquisition there, April. Oh no, curiosity got me right here. I'm trying to see which one is uh, the big one. Yeah, 52 Philly in 7 plus is $7,500. I could only imagine how much this thing would be in 68. Probably 50,000. Oh, 53 is pricey too. 12,500 and 7 plus. No eights. A lot of the estimates have eights. Like a 52S in 68 is $30,000. I'm telling you, folks, these Lincoln cents, these 50s Lincolns at the top grade is packs quite a punch. 50S in 66 red. There we go. This is actually a very satiny, very, very sexy coin right here. All right. There you go. Oh, yeah, large cow. You haven't yet? You're like, I'm going to wait till the fall season, when the weather gets cool. Yeah, very nice one there. Yeah, this is the most modern slab type with that label because it's got the QR code. It's got the long um, hologram bar, I guess you could say. We sold a couple decent ones earlier, Dave. We had a nice, I'd say like VF30 one, 58 large letters, I believe. That went for like $42, so it wasn't too bad. And then we had a couple like low ball ones that went for like 15, $20, just album filler type items. Soap bar time, 50D and 6 red. I looked at these and they are like a skosh away from 7. Very close. All right. That one's live. A little bit older NGC holder. Probably 15 years ago, somewhere around there. Yeah, because they don't have the prongs on the coin. They're not like this. That's what I mean. What I'm trying to say. You're almost an inch taller, and here in time, as you get acclimated to your hips, your new hips, you're gonna be like a cyborg walking around. My aunt got a double hip replacement. Of course, they staggered it like 3 months from one to the other, and she's getting around like she's in her 20s. I was like, wow, I haven't seen that in like 10 years plus. All right, Pat with that one there. Our last 50s. How about that one? 55S in six red. Let's do it, shall we? Tepo's like, are you done yet? Oh man. Yeah, 50 is sexy because it's mid-decade, right on the button. Like how today, yesterday was the exact halfway point of the year, and then July 4th is, our nation's birthday, 250 years old. Hey, get your knees replaced. It's just going to make you that much more better. And, get it done now before you get too old. You already put in 10 hours? You animal. I've never done 10 hours. I think the most I've ever done, um, Mr. D, was probably like 4 hours. And this takes it out of you, especially at the end of the night. If not like physically, like my voice goes out and you can see it. But by the time we get to the end of the show, I'm gonna sound like a 150,000 mile Buick, maybe. 47 and four red. Look how nice this is for a four. Yeah, 2 cents is trying to hit everybody up with slab Morgans. I told him I had two of them. I don't think he's willing to wait for me to come up to those. I would not be opposed to a 24-hour stream myself. I mean, I better have like five, 600 lots, which will be quite the show. And the question is, if I'm here for 24 hours, will everyone else be? I'm sure people will like, head to bed and then we'll see them in the morning and, you know, as they're getting ready for work, they're gonna say, "Hey, you're still on." I'm like, "Yes, I am. I'm losing it, but yeah, I'm still on." 999 pure gold stalker. Is that 999 that I know? Nailed it. Hey, sometimes that's what we do. 49 and four red. And this thing is this has that uh Dr. Pepper reddish kind of tone color to it. A nice darker red patina. It's beauty. There you go. 49 Philly. Philly Dilly. You were getting tired of your other name, so you went crazy there with the alphanumeric. Yeah, this is a 49 Philly for your viewing pleasure. We got the good old Independence Day goodness here tonight because you guys deserve it. Um, let's see. The last giveaway, whoever won it gets the Peace Medal, nickel, and 6.9 decam. Hello. By the way, happy 4th. Happy safe 4th to everyone. if I didn't say it already. This is in turn. I know I had like two people ask me, why couldn't you do this show on Friday? The biggest reason is that a lot of people are going to be heading out of town either tonight or tomorrow for 4th of July weekend. So, what I did not want to do was hold up folks from doing just that. So, that's why I'm on tonight. So, we had the 47 and 64 red. Here is a 47 and 5 red this time around. Jen, I'm sorry. I do not have any Chinese coins this evening. This is a purely US type for the most part. 47 and 5 red. Okay, again, we had the Mid-State 64 version of this. Here is the 65 version. And we might just have the 66 version in here. I don't know. It's going to be in an NGC holder. No, I take that back. I do not. I do not have that. Let's see, lot 58 there. All right, I'm going to throw you guys a curveball. A little bit of a curveball. 30 AD Jefferson in Mid-State 66. Just one of you like your tougher dates, right? So close to full steps, too. This thing was a touch away, probably one step away from full steps. All right. There you go. Yeah, I've never been to that museum. I've been to Oklahoma City for a few times the last 5 years. Beautiful coin, too. 30 AD, first year. It's a Denver, so it is a tougher date. And a 66. All right, going to Pat. Well done. 45D in this older NGC holder in Mid State 66. Hello. Very nice. Looks like it's almost full split bands. It's close. All right. Always a favorite. Nice high grade, too. There she blows. 45D Mercury in 66 in this NGC. Soap bar. Yeah, I also want to go do the check out the 9/11 memorial too. The reflecting poles. I don't know if you guys has been. That's always been on the list. Um, because I went up those towers back in 97, and we were going to eat at the restaurant all the way up the top of the skyscraper, and the wait was long, so we ended up going somewhere else. Windows of the World, I think is what it's called. You were supposed to be there that day for a conference. I've heard so many stories of that dude. Of people that were supposed to be at work and then somehow, some way they didn't go because of whatever reason. So what they do? Did they cancel your conference? And which tower was it going to be in? The south or north? Do you recall? Yeah. Did your boss go? I hope not. Ashley, congratulations. We got a keelboat proof and 69D cameo heading your way. Thank goodness. Wow. We have a 1948 Lincoln in 5 red coming up next. This thing is an absolute sweetie. That's a sweetheart right there. Bluesy, what's shaking? Fancy meeting you here. Yeah, wasn't the North Tower the second building that got hit? It was, right? The south hit first and then the north. And it was the north that fell first. Or did I get that reversed? This is a beauty right here, ladies and gents. 48 Philly. And that one's going to 2 cents. Lot 61. Yeah, thank you. You gonna try and hunt for some of those rolls, Bluesy? Okay, we got a second one of the 48s and 5 red. So if you missed out on the previous, here's another one more shot at her. I couldn't agree with you more. Did you work for a banking firm or anything like that, Tempo? I know that's a good fair amount of like the businesses in the towers, like insurance, banking, investments, sales. 30 or 48 and it's 5 red. Oh, at least they told you they have the dimes. The dimes are nice. Yeah, but we all know what the hot button is right now. It's those quarters, man. Here where we're at, we found the nickels, dimes, the first 2 quarters, and believe it or not, a few of the half dollars as well. So even those are making their rounds out this way. All right. Okay, tough date here. We have an estimate 48, 48S and 5 red. I think that's the only one I have of that. All right, there you go. Oh, was someone there were a few people asking about West Point quarters, and I have a couple. Yeah, Indigon, the Mayflower Compact, and the second one, what the Revolutionary War, I got in change. I think they're in solid date rolls, David Shaw. That's my opinion. 48S, nice tough one there, guys. Tough as nails. Yeah, Scooby, you know what that tells you? You shouldn't give up. I went to 8 banks today. None of them have seen the new Declaration of Independence quarters yet. So, with that being said, it's only going to be a matter of time. I know the Mint is trying to get these out before July 4th, but you got to realize there's going to be some of you that won't see these until after. So, with that being said, we don't give up on the hunt after July 4th. It's not like that these things are going to go to zero. They're not. They're going to be kind of pricey in the long term. 46S in 5 red NGC. Yeah, I don't think there's been any reported finds in Oklahoma. There have been few found in Texas. and one in Colorado. But as far as like west of the Mississippi, those are only two states that those have been found at. Yeah, in Wyoming. Yeah, that might be a little bit of a tough one. I mean, nothing's impossible, but 46S. Yeah, David Shaw, I would say that you're probably on the cusp because it's heading in that direction. And I want to remind everyone the first ones were found about 36 hours ago. So don't feel like that you're losing a battle here because they're just now hitting the streets. It's not like that these things have been out for 2 weeks and you guys are still not finding them. Rigged? I don't think they're rigged. I what I do believe is that their distribution system isn't that great. You know, 48D coming up next in five red. And have no fear, guys. We have the if you guys are looking for other denominations, half dollars, dollars, quarters, we got those coming up. Yeah, that's all I get to is Denver's. No, it's not going to be evenly distributed, not even by a long shot. If a guy in South Carolina found 20 of them in a box, that does not tell me that it's evenly distributed. I think what they're doing is they're doing the kind of like the handful method. They're putting a handful in this batch and then this batch, and they're all going to be different quantities. Yeah, I hear that all the time in Nagon. Yeah, the fair amount of comments I got on my video yesterday was generally pretty negative. They all seem to conspire and think that you know the guy has an inside person at the mint. I'm like, I don't think that's the case. Well, why would you, why would you jeopardize your job, first of all, doing that? Yeah, bank I'm more okay with because anybody can get a job at a bank and have the first eyeballs on everything that comes through the teller windows. I mean, that's fine. I mean, if you want to work at a bank and deal with customers in lieu of, you know, the possibility of someone bringing in $400 in silver half dollars, sure, you know. 45D and 5 red coming up next, folks. Yeah, I hook up my tellers too. Yeah. Yeah. Usually gift cards is easy. Some people say, well, bring some food. And I'm like, yeah, some people don't like that. All right, another beauty here. Not a date that I encounter too often, a 48D and 5 red. Yes, Bluesy, they had the same incentive back when the 2019 and 2020 West Point quarters were released into circulation. Their bounty at the time wasn't nearly as robust as this one is because, well, for obvious reasons. Yeah, but they did it back in 2019 and 20. All right, April, nice win there. Yeah, these are going great, by the way. Just wait till you get to the 66s coming up here. That might be the last five grade 48D. That's the second one. So if you missed out on the first, nice last opportunity to claim this one. 48D and 5 red. Yeah, they claim the worst thing out of envy, and if they're not finding it for themselves, then they automatically cast doubt on everything. And I always have to remind folks, and even like on Facebook and all that, I was like, you do realize, ladies and gentlemen, that the Mint did not need to do this. They didn't. Usually the conversation stops there, but you know,
Why, hello.
you guys done decorating?
They're still decorating.
Oh,
I'm tired of peopling, and I'm hungry. And people were being annoying, so I'm like, all right, let's go.
wow. I thought you were good with people.
I am, but I'm tired.
Yeah,
And I'm hungry.
you should go eat.
I sat through like an hour-long meeting. It was the most boring thing of my life.
Well, as you get older, you have to get used to it. Meetings are a part of life.
I'm not gonna be sitting. I'm not gonna have office jobs and
Yeah,
stuff. I'm gonna.
you're going to be that person that they send out to grab the bagels for the meeting.
Good. I'll grab bagels.
Yeah.
I will not sit in the meeting.
So far, believe me, she's been through a number of like boring things. So,
I have.
yeah.
And this is like top 10 most boring things I've ever had to sit through.
Yes, most meetings, could be actually just an email.
Literally.
Yeah, maybe you've heard that before. All right, now we're into 66 red territory. I think this is what we're all been waiting for, right? Now, once we get beyond the last few 40s, there's just a few earlier dates like 30s, not like maybe 4 or 5 coins, and then we're gonna get into on this side all of the spicier stuff that you like. I mean, we did sell a couple of them already: the nickel, the mercury dime. Oh man, there's some really great stuff in there. Some Washington quarters in the gun. Don't know if you need them, but they're gonna be in there. 45 and 6 red. So I saved all the sixes to the end here, and there's a few. Not a whole lot. There you go. Oh, some pretty good stuff coming up. Yes, indeedy. Some very Independence Day-ish kind of themed coins, whatever that means. I don't know. I like them. I like it. I mean, that's all I could say is I like them. It's good stuff. Yeah. By the way, we got our buyers giveaway. See this double long box here. This thing is chock full with a bunch of Lincoln cents. Now this whole right side is proof and high end BU mid state coins, and there's also in here to boost up the buyers giveaway is a 31S. 31S key date Lincoln also in there, a coin that is worth what, $80 by itself. Altogether, I would say in there, $250. You guys know I like to hook it up. Here's a 44. It's 6. That's your grade. You like the ones I showed at the beginning? Really neat labels. Which ones are those? Which one are those? Were they Lincoln sets? Or are you talking about some of my extra firepower type stuff? Is that what you mean? Chili bean. Spicy. Oh, 2 cents won that one. Or not. I did not start it. There. Now it's official. 44 and 6 red. Yeah, I'm sitting there. Well, what's going on? New email. I mean, point two heavier is not crazy. That's still within the mid kind of like tolerances. Now, it'd be a different story if it was like 3.0 or 3.1. That means it would be a bronze, and that would be rare. But on a copper plated zinc, yeah, there's always a plus or minus zero point 0.3 tolerance leeway. All right, April Chris 2222220. There you go. Sorry, that was not lot 6-7. Didn't want to get your hopes up. How about 41S in a 6? Ta-da! All right, let's fly with that one there. There you go. It is live. A beautiful, great, awesome date. San Francisco. All right, one of each. Grabbing this one. Lot number 70. A great complimentary coin. How about 41 Philly in 6? There you go. We're almost done with the pennies. Yeah, I'm sure you guys are probably breathing a deep sigh right about now. You're like, oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness we are beyond that. 64 cent. That should be 3.1 is to that's quite a bit underweight. Might be a thinner planchet, you know. Okay. We got these nice high end grades here in 6s. Oh, 2 cents. Did you buy any of the cents? Or you've just been patiently waiting? Yeah, nice rip there, Martin. 4 or 5. I'm gonna put up more pennies for you. There's a 4 and 6 red NGC style. There you go. That one's live. You guys have been fantastic. We're gonna stay on for a while. All we have is time. 1944 in 6. JJ. Yeah, I mean, I could tell you guys are getting a little bit done with the Lincolns here. Well, it's good news is we're down to the last few. 42 Philly and 6 red. First one of these for the night. Happy 250 to everyone as well. Silverjack. You the man. Congratulations on the givey. And again, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a buyer's giveaway tonight. A wonderful prize of $250 plus dollars. And not to mention, how many varieties are in that box? Oh, we could only hope what could be in there. This one has some toning on there. Nice little steely blue. 48D and 6 red. I think this we have one more 40s. Yeah, I saved the best two for last. Doll hairs, yeah. P. Quinton, on the contrary, they're worth at least a penny. I mean, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you be doing Pokemon or something like that? I think uh I think you escaped your cage a little bit too early this evening. BD, I do not. I don't have anything that deep and that heavy. At least not tonight. I hope you find what you're looking for. This one's cool. It's a 6 red 44S Omaha Bank Hoard. It's one of the distinguished American hoards of different types of coins. Nice provenance there. All right, let's go ahead and do this one. That one's live. Do, 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 do. This one definitely looks like it could be undergraded a point. Now, 44S is a relatively very well struck date. Steve, unlocking silver. You're going to find that the couponic, is that a word? The coupons unlocked at the silver level is quite mesmerizing. Lots of savings, especially if you're buying a little bit higher priced items. All right, we got a fantastic toner. Greens, reds, 41D and 65 red brown. Pretty pricey one here. Check out the green reverse. This is an awesome coin. And, we're going to carry on the tradition. A very high price coin, I'm probably going to vapor lock at the sale of this one, but we are going to do it. We're going to start this one at $1. I would not be surprised if this thing hit $500, $600, $700 on a platform like Great Collections or Heritage, because they've been killing it on mid-state toners lately. So keep that in mind. If you wanted to make some quick money, consign this to an auction house. You'll thank me later. Yeah, it's a little bit earlier day too. Yeah, it's nice. Really nice greens and magenta. Very impressive. It was like a quick, easy flip right here for anyone that's it's got the time and obviously you got a few bucks to spend. You got to spend money to make money. You ever hear that expression? Now I probably consigned it myself, but I put it in the regular general population of inventory, so we do have to sell it. All right. Well, what can I say? A steal is, you know, it's probably more than a steal. Let's put it that way. All right. This one is quite sexy. 34D and 64 red brown. Okay. The grade is okay. It's fine. RPM number one. Okay. Not a particularly easy one to find. It is VP listed through NGC, so they will grade that with the attribution. All right. So probably more than 125, but there you go. That one is live. Beautiful RPM. Happy to find this. I found a few RPM ones in my hunts. This is the first one that's been slabbed and unattributed. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. It's always a tougher day too for Luster, and this one does an admirable job at the cartwheels. I know it seems backwards, but also take into consideration someone that submits these that doesn't look for the variety, you know, because these companies PCGS NGC, they probably know there's a variety on there, but they're not going to put it on there if you don't pay for it. There's always a cost to that. Oh man, yeah, this thing's awesome. 35 Philly and 6 red. Mic drop. Yeah, well, when you submit it to PCGS, you have to put what the variety is, or NGC. You have to put the variety on the main description line, and you also have to check mark variety attribution because that's another additional cost on top of the submission fee. Depending on the coin, it's worth it. No, you could submit it like this, 2 cents. So if you resubmit it and add the attribution, that'll just guarantee the same grade. Unless you're going to try and go for a bump. Because here's the danger that you have of cracking this out and then sending it off is that it could come back a grade lower. You never know, right? You know, it's like an old saying, grading subjective. All right, so that's one of the giveaways there. Giveaway, what number 17, which is a beautiful satin finish. There's another one there. That's for giveaway 18. Western Waters satin finish 67. And then I think we also have 19. I think 19 is currently alive right now. So it's a satin finish bison at 67. All right, so that's the other one there. All right, our last couple Lincolns here. Our only lone 66 is on this 37. Boom. All right, let's do this one here. And it's ready. Yeah, it's a 37 Philly and 6 red. Nice one there. We've had a fair amount of 1940s and sixes. This is the only one we have from the 30s and a six. Again, tougher decade. And then one more Lincoln. And then we're getting into spicy. All right. And now we'll go into double J with a lot of zeros. 79. Nice. There you go. That's a good way to end it. A 1916 Philly in 3 brown. Obviously, it's got a nice amount of red on the obverse. Toning on the reverse there, some purple and red. Good way to end it. Nice little thank you, Lincoln Sense, but time to move on. All right, there you go, ladies and gents. I guess we saved the best for last, possibly. We've had a lot of good stuff here. Yeah, we've been on for what, 2.5 hours, and for the most part, it's been all cents. Flying Eagle, Indian Head, Lincolns. That's crazy. That's the most amount of time I've ever spent on Lincolns by far in the time that I've been on this platform. Yeah, yeah, it's 7:30 our time right now, and we started at 5. All right, we're ending it off on a banger. This coin has a ton of eye appeal. All right, going to 240 Chris. Congratulations, well done. All right, on to different. All right, you guys want Bitcoin to kick things off here? Yeah, for those of you on the East Coast, Pat, it's well past your bedtime. I'm just kidding. And for some of you older folks out there, you've missed your 7 p.m. sponge bath session. All right. I would say, we have the rest of this, and then that's it for the night. All right. This is not your garden variety 55D. This one is hiding a dirty little secret. And no, it's not rotated. I mean, it's rotated in the slab. Um, Mid state 65. Sure. Kind of a nice, even keeled gem grade, but this is OMM number 2, D over S. Ricker with a giveaway win. You got the satiny fresh bison. All right. Nice giant sized coin here. No, the coin is not rotated in the slab. I mean, the whole coin is rotated, but yeah, it's good there. All right, high price one here. By the way, this little label on here is a Veris slab or a variety slab label. They actually have a website. You can print it out, put it on there for the variety on there. So if it's not attributed on the label, they print this out and put it on there. Okay, so this is a pretty scarce one here. Um, in 5 non-full steps, it's actually like $400. But I figure we'll go ahead and run it off based off this. All right, $1 start for you ladies and gents on a pretty nice one here. 55D over S. There you go. Lagging hard. Let's go ahead and go back here. Is that better? I don't think so, Ebs. I think it's free. So yeah, it's a 55D over S, overmint mark number 2. Again, VP listed variety by NGC. They will grade that as a D over S. Incredible, incredible specimen. I've never owned this one. Oh, I heard about that, Daniel. Yeah, thank you for the reminder. Yeah, I forgot that he's on there. Ryan Full, well done. Hell of a discount, by the way. All right, how about another banger? 40D in mid state 66 full steps. Like, I'm trying to find a reason why this is not a 7 full steps. What a great looking. It's great looking. This thing is pretty fresh, man. This thing looked like it was struck and someone caught it on the way out with their kid glove hands. Yeah, pretty good one here. 40D, 66 full steps. Kelly, I normally do. I don't have one for tonight though. Scooby is like, I want some of this, man. It's like I don't get paid till tomorrow. Like, why are we doing the show on Thursday again? All right, another great one here. 36 Philly, Buffalo, and 5. with a nice steely blue toning. Isn't that delicious, folks? Oh, there you go. It is running. That is magical. You thought it was just going to be all Jeffersons, and then we throw this thing out there. Fortunately for you guys, it's a 36 and not, you know, 26S. A 26S and 65, I think, is pretty expensive. Um, Definitely five figures. Maybe allegedly mid five figures. What do you mean mid five figures? Like 50 grand. Uh, yeah. This thing's quite nice too. 45S. 45S. Yeah. Mid State 66, Mercury. Oxman with the win. Oxman gets a 19. Oh, wow. Did I actually put that as a giveaway? A 53 Lincoln in Mid State 5 red. 65 red. That's like only one of the more pricier Philadelphia 50s. Shoot. Maybe I should have had that one in the auction tonight. Oh, well. Oh, well. April, what are you doing over here unlocking silver? That's crazy. Are you sure you're ready for that kind of savings? I sound like an infomercial now. All right. Last time, one of the tougher dates. 43S, also an A6. Yeah, these things went cheap, guys. $30, 31. You know, they're up there like 75 a piece, especially a six. All right, Nathan Oley, in a Hizzle, 43S, and the old soap barish NGC holder. All right, so after tonight, after our Independence Day stream, we won't be back on until the very end of the month. It's actually our next show. We might do one before it. I don't know. Let's not count on it happening. But the 31st is going to be our end of the month show as we head into August. All right, here's a favorite. Everybody loves these. Only this time I have a decam version. 76S silver bicentennial proof 69 decam. Your boy Tempo will be on every week. However, sorry, Scooby. Yes, we are going to be taking a little bit of a break. I desperately need to go out into nature or the beach or something. What would motivate me to crack and resubmit a coin? If I feel like that it's undergraded, especially an older holder, like maybe that was graded 20 years ago, because there's a lot of undergraded stuff back in the day. So that would be a good reason to do that. Now, an old vintage holder, you gotta be careful. Like a Rattler, a Doily, a White Label, a Regency. NGC, what do you call it? Embossed reverse. Yeah, those I wouldn't do anything to because you can't reverse that. And people are paying up for those type of holders. All right, who here is waiting for quarters? We actually have a couple nice ones. Yeah, the NGC early blacks. Yep. This is like the first time in a long while where we've actually had a decent amount of quarters. So here we are, and they're all nice grades. They're all like they're better than average, but they're not mid-state 68s. So yeah, I need some time off. But hey, you guys will be getting some quality content. We're going to the beach. We're going to the aquarium. Um, my wife is off school because she's a school nurse, so she's off school for 4 weeks. So we're gonna kind of like clean up the house too and do all that. So jerseys with the raid, my brother. How you doing? We got a giveaway up and running, ladies and gents. Go ahead and jump in. Our friend Rick Oxley donated these cool annex graded presidential dollars. So that's our next giveaway right there. That's a Proof 69 DCAM John Tyler 3 coin first day issue set. And it's actually serial numbered. Yeah. No, maybe a museum. We'll see. Play it by ear. 59 Washington quarter and 6 smooth velvety appearance to it. My goodness. These are nice. All right. There you go. That one's live. And it's not type B reverse, by the way. There is going to be a certain individual that will ask in chat, did you check to see if it's type B reverse? I did. And it's not. Yeah, yeah. I'm not going to name any names. He likes to laugh out loud. Teaching the mind. Congratulations, by the way. Let's do another one. And then we have again, buyer's giveaway this evening. All right. Was that this one? Okay. Hey, Esmingo or Smingo or Schmingo. Lot number 87. All right. It's a little bit older type with nice skin and a little crust on that one there. 56D. Very well preserved example. Sometimes that skin on there really does the job of preserving this one. This one obviously never been dipped or anything. This is the original OG look of these. There you go. 56D and 6. There you go. It's got the nice silver embossed PCGS with the small square hologram. Hey, Indigon, what does the series mean? That might just be a designator 39 refers to Washington quarters, I think. Especially on these older ones. There you go. Yeah, he said correctamundo. I think it's an internal code for PCGS, like for office use only type stuff. All right. How about this one here? 54S and 6. Okay. No, it wasn't. It was a very short-lived thing. I think it only lasted like I think that particular generation, which was a couple years maybe. Okay. 54S and 6. And I mean we're going backwards, so we're getting older. I did that on purpose because you guys like the older stuff. Yeah. Another one for Mingo. Let's see, that was lot 89. That's a toner. 52. Yeah, I don't think you want the. You guys don't want this one, right? It's in 5, but it is a nice toner. Beautiful colors, purples, blues, all of the sexy stuff. Yeah, you guys don't want this one, right? Yeah, you don't want that one too, huh? With the green ring, it's a 50. Yeah, yeah, you guys don't want that one. Yeah, this one right here looks like it could be a 6. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think? Should I run that one? Man, that's nice. A lot. It's good, different kind of like range of color on there. We have the gold, the red, into the blue. Yeah. Well, like I said, I mean, we're doing buck and goes here, so let's do it, I guess. All right, first one up, the 52 Philly cheesesteak of the quarter world. Yeah, look at those colors. My goodness. Of course, you got to appreciate it in hand when you get the same when you get it in the mail and you open it up for the first time. It's there's an amount of euphoria with toning color that when it hits the eye, you get a little mini aneurysm of sorts. It's kind of cool. But yeah, yeah. I mean, this is must see to appreciate in person. So when you do get it, ping me and say, "Hey, Sean, yeah, this is just as advertised. Plus, plus, plus." You know, Ryan. There you go. There you go. Let me know what you think. So, yeah, especially when you're trying to sell the things, like this one here. This is green on there. It's the most desirable toning color. It's a 50. 50's tougher. You know, loaded with green. It's an older grade too. Yeah, Series 39. Oh man, this thing, it's like spray paint green. It has the stippling to it. This thing is amazing. And green is the most, I would say, you can make the argument green, blue, it's the most desirable toning color in the spectrum. It's unbelievable. It's a nice piece. Yeah, this is Independence Day stuff for you, ladies and gents. It's you guys have been fantastic. You guys deserve the best. I'm glad to be able to do this for you. All right, S Mingo, congratulations, buddy. That was number 91. There you go. Give away to Ricker. I believe that's the second one, right, Rick? Second one of the night. By the way, this is from Rick Oxley, Oxman in chat. There's the Tyler Dollar number 2. This one is a business strike, Mid-State 67 Philly. That's our next giveaway there. Very lucky. Yeah, I think what is it, Powerball or the Mega Millions is like up to well over 500 million right now. You ought to buy yourself a ticket or two. All right, how about 40 AD in 6? Let's do this one. $1 start per usual. Yeah, we're doing the unimaginable tonight. $1 starts and everything. Well, everything except the half dime. That's not going anywhere for $1 start. Believe you me. All right, 2 cents. Quickly snapping that one up. Took all of like 30 seconds for that one to sell. 45D in 5. And Indigon, I know what you're going to say. This looks like a 6 candidate. 1200. It's the large date in AU 55. It's not graded, but it will be if it doesn't sell tonight. Well, it's 1200, but obviously we're not selling it for that because you know me. All right, here you go, 45D. I always like to make deals where it makes sense for both parties because I want you to win, and well, I have 10 kids to feed, so I need to make a few bucks. That's a big one. It's the first year of the seeded, so it doesn't have the stars on there. Plain Jane. All right, Nathan, congratulations. All right, we got some really spectacular half dollars. We just have a few. Actually, I also have, yeah, I got some of these W mints too. So back then they called it the Great American Coin Hunt, 2019 West Point American Memorial Park. I think that's the, I think that's the pricey one for 2019, if I'm not mistaken. Um, Mid-State 65 in this NGC holder. Again, they only made 2 million of each design. So right now, you guys are aware they're doing the July 4th privy coins, which are very, very exclusive and very pricey. This was that previous iteration of that treasure hunt. They're not calling it the Great American Coin Hunt, obviously, for the July 4th privy, but it's pretty damn close to it. All right, let's do this one. I know there are a few people asking about West Point quarters, so we have a couple. And there you go. That one's live. Mid-State 65, American Memorial Park, 2019 W, first year of the West Points. And for the first year, they did not have the privy mark. That was in 2020 for the 75th anniversary of the end of World War II. V for victory, as they call it. Yeah, isn't that amazing? Yeah, people were finding like 5, 10, 15 of them in a box. So that again, it tells me like the distribution's not that good because all they want to do is mint them and then just like let's get them out there, and they were running against time obviously because they have to get it out by July 4th. I'm gonna do another follow up video in the morning because I'm sure there are other states that are coming across these. Hey, there's our once per stream. Trent gets it. There you go, my friend. Congratulations. Let's see. Next one there is another Tyler. This time in Denver, in the old school annex. Let's do the Lowell 2019 West Point, also in 5. There you go. West Point 2009. I don't get these that often. I usually go for either graded or really high end raw examples. Beauty. Very nice one. There you go. Lowell, Massachusetts. Not like there's a town named Lowell in Massachusetts at all. Actually, I kid. There is. Never been there. Never been there. All right. April with the win. All right, we got 45S Walker in 64. The crazy thing about this one is it's very well struck. You actually have Lady Liberty's thumb. The estimates are generally very weakly struck on these. So when you do find one with a nice good strike like this one, that is the one to have. All right, let's do it. You guys want these nice ones. There you go. That one's live. We got probably 15 minutes left in this stream. And that's it, guys. It was a long one. We're approaching the 3 hour mark right now. So, um, yeah, I forgot to hit the giveaway button. There you go. It's on now. Nice specimen here, 45S and 4. And it looks like it could be an upgrade candidate, if and only if. I mean, a 5 from there, it's a small amount of premium, not a whole lot. Now, from 5 to 6 in a estimate, that's a different story. That's where it really jumps. All right, Mingo. Mingo Mango. All right, and then we have our NGC Fatty here, no liner. 42D and 65. Here's a little bit of a spoiler. RPM number 1 on that one, so unattributed. Again, this is an NGC. They would list that variety because it's VP listed. Variety plus, that is. There you go. Let's see if we get close to that 225. It's there. There you go. It's a beauty. Nice old school holder too. Older. Look how fat that thing is. Repunch mint mark, and it's cataloged as number 1 because there's a couple different RPMs for the date, and this is the in a way it's the best and strongest one out of all of them. It's the die variety. Look how strongly struck this one is. It puts all the estimates to shame. Now, Denver is a better mid facility. They take better care of the dies. They refresh them quite often, and that's why they're able to do these hammered, very well detailed strikes like this one. 2 cents. That's a good deal there, man. Hey, you can't say that good old blue doesn't deliver on some top quality goods at good prices. These are nice. The baseball commands the mid-state 70. Look how thick these holders are. And these are beginning to tone as well. Possibly the first toner versions of these things I've ever seen. You know, I don't want to buck and go these. I got 2 of them. If somebody wants one, I could put it in a. It's chonky. Yep, I could put one into buy now store because I think I want to keep one for myself. Yeah, tempo. I got 10 minutes left. We're close. All right. Well, who's waiting for Morgans? I think there was like one person that wanted a Morgan. All right, here's a good date. 21S and 3. Yeah, I didn't price this one. Um, what is a 21S and 3 go for? I know it's a tougher date for Mint State, but what is this like 175, 200, somewhere around there? I have not checked because I haven't had a 21 in a fair while. 21S and 3. Oh, close. 150. Not bad. All right. Let's go ahead and do that one there. I didn't even check for these for VAMs. So don't know if there's a VAM on there. Someone will get a bonus if there is. I'm sure they're all VAMs anyways, but if it's a top 100 or whatever. Uh, there you go. Run NES. What NES? My NES Classic up there? It's just an empty box. Because I have the console sitting over here. 21S in 3. As promised, the whole show is buck and go. 2 cents. If you want one, I could let one go for 200. That is my bottom on there. I'm not doing anything else there. All right, but you do have coupons. So if I sold it for 200, you'd save 25 bucks. I think I'd have to say that is exceptional. That is exceptional. Surprisingly, if this was a 64, yeah, it goes up to 275. Yeah, yeah, cool in there. All right. So where's the other? Here's the other Morgan. Yeah, you'll like this one. 2 cents. It's a 83.0. Take it for what it is. Um, Martin with another one, right? You've doubled up. Yeah, good color. So it's 64. This is I would say probably the most expensive coin of the night that we're gonna buck and go. 475, of course. Um, color. Look at the red and freaking blues and purples. Shoot. And it's the whole coin too. The whole coin is just like a dog's dish of color. Well, here you go, guys. I am sure there's going to be a couple of you that are going to fight over this thing. $1 start, the gift that keeps on giving. There you go. All right. A little peripheral tone there, which is normal on single sided, beautiful tuners like this. So it's quite magical. Yeah, this is the biggest coin of the night for auction, of course. So we saved probably the best one for last. 20. What do you mean 26s, Ghost? Like giveaways 26s? Like new 2026 coins? We were giving away slabs tonight. No, I don't have any. I'm looking for them. I'm looking for them. I have one bank that had rolls of Revolutionary War. Of course, we don't want those. Yeah, April winner winning. All right, there's that Bay Bridge. Someone wanted that one, right? You got your Morgan? April, you've been fantastic. April, we'll be back again at the end of the month on the 31st. If there's going to be another show, I'll let everyone know. All right, 2 bills for that one. I mean, it's a 64. That's what the price is. I'm not, sneaking or doing anything like that. I can't sell for more because I mean, state 65 is what, two and a quarter, 230, somewhere around there. So I mean, there's virtually no room to play around. So there you go. You got your little baby bear. Um, this one I might hold on to only because I need to do more research. I think it has the repunch date, but I have to make sure. And it's a dark tone, but it's blue. I don't know. So, ooh boy, yeah, we're gonna hold on to that one for a second. Three out of the five proved 2026 Lincolns. Yeah, that's normal. I've heard a lot of people say God. My the quarters in my set had a shitload of spots, so I sent it back, and now they're back on sale. I'm tempted to maybe buy another one. Did that do the trick? Yeah, it's the mint rinse agent. I think is what it is. All right. So if someone wants one of the baseballs, again, these are perfect 70s. Not an easy grade to obtain on these, and these are pre-toning. They're toning in the holder. If someone wants one of these, I'm just selling one. 200 for that. Again, that's priced low on there. And you're gonna be the first one with an actual toned silver baseball. Come on. There you go. True Bob. Brother from another mother. Was that lot 101? You're welcome, sir. How you doing, by the way? Hey, Long Beach in September. You going? You're not going to get some other freak shark attack thing happening, are you? Venomous. I'm not even sure, bro. Build you up, tear you down. Oh man, that is sick. I'm like, I'm in this hobby. After a long day, I just want to go home and look at some coins. I don't want anything to do with the politics of it. Oh, brother. You're like, we're good there. Yeah. Is that Martin? That's a three-peat, right? Dang. What you gonna do, brother? And you get caught up. I'm two back on the giveaways. All right. See, we got one more regular giveaway. Let's go ahead and do that one. Once we announce the winner on that one, then we'll go ahead and do the buyer's giving, which is going to be the rest of this box, by the way. I'll condense it down into a smaller box. But this is all Lincoln cents. I think there's a few Indians. There's a 31S in here. And this whole right side is either BU or proofs from the 50s all the way up to, see, 2018 ish. But a lot of good stuff. Unchecked for varieties. So could be something worth cherry picking. Have a good night, Baker man. Take care of yourself, my friend. Yeah, you're gonna have tons of fun. Yeah, I didn't even look at this side. I mean, I breezed through it, and they're all gems. You know. Oh, does someone want this thing? Susan B. wide rim in 65. I don't even know how much let's go for. But I can certainly find out. I have resources. I don't know, Scooby, but we're going to check her out here. I've always had these things raw. I've never had one slabbed. So that's the question of the day. Yeah, probably $80. Yeah, you're probably not too far off from that. Yeah, which my website's not cooperating. A firm handshake, firm handshake, and a doll hair. All right. I use Gray Sheet. I use PCGS Price Guide. I use God, what's the other one? The other one I haven't used in a while. $55 and 65. Um, if someone wants this, it goes up in six. It's 150 and six, 1407. So if someone hasn't got in for the buyer's giveaway, this is probably the last shot here. All right. We'll start at 40. It's 55 and six. So if you bid over that, you understand that's where we're at on it. But again, it is the last item tonight if you did not get into the buyer's giveaway. Oh, 2 cents. All that stuff went out. It went out on Tuesday. I had to go back to the post office today because there was like half of all the orders. It was like 20 orders that were not scanned in. I'm like, guys, what in the actual F is going on? I was actually like really freaking mean to these people because it's like a recurring issue. And sure enough, they went in the back and they had all my stuff along with like 200 other parcels sitting in one of their bins unscanned. I'm like, are you guys freaking kidding me? This one was previously on David Lawrence's website. Pretty cool one there. See how tight that rim goes up to the nine and ones? That's what they call a wide rim. If you look at a regular one, there's a considerable gap between the nine and that cut of the rim right there, if that makes sense. All right, so Ghost won that one, but we're waiting on payment. So we're gonna wait on the payment for that one there. Um, we'll give it a few minutes. Oh, Donna, you received your giveaway. Cool. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, some of the stuff went out and actually pushed forward. You know. All right. Well, JJ winning the last actual giveaway tonight, which is going to be the Denver Zachary Taylor Annex coin. All right, ghost payment went through. All right, ladies and gentlemen, should we do a buyer's giveaway? It's going to be for everything in this box, including a 31S Lincoln. Well, the key dates, of course. There's like $250, $300 in value in there. Martin, you won a slab. Well, who won that last giveaway? It's going to be one of these colorful red, white, and blue Annex presidential dollars. So JJ won this one. That was giveaway 26. And yours, Martin, is actually a proof version of the Zachary Taylor. It's 69 DCAM. Serial number at 1140 out of 9875. Cool one there. All right. Well, here we go. 3, 2, 1. If you bought anything tonight, make sure you get into the buyer giveaway. And it's now just like a regular giveaway. If you bought anything, that will be open. We will check the winner to our list of folks that did buy stuff tonight. All others will get a random coin of our choosing. It's okay. It's actually gonna be a halfway decent coin. So foreign fillers, if you know what I mean. But in all honesty, people did spend money and they deserve to have a crack shot at the big prize. So I don't know how many total orders there are. Right now we have 18 entries in, and we have 43 orders, 43 unique buyers tonight. So looks like there's going to be a fair, nice, chunky amount of people that are not going to be getting into the buyers giveaway tonight. We'll see. Yeah, Ghost, my pleasure. Yeah, you too as well, Rick. Thank you, brother. Thank you for the by the way, the nice giveaway items and for all the shipping material. I actually was going to order more, but you helped out a few days ago. So cool. Thank you, man. Yeah, everyone have a very nice, safe 4th of July, and also have a great month of July. It'll be a little while before I see you guys. I promise I won't cry. Yeah, it does. It does save money, especially on those top loaders. They're very expensive right now. So, and we're gonna run this straight through for the whole 5 minutes. There's 2 minutes and 45 seconds remaining. So, Doug, my pleasure. I mean, we're gonna do it again at the end of the month. We'll have more deals, more steals, and everything else your heart desires. Because that's what we do. Don't drink and drive. Don't be a hero. Call an Uber. Right? All right. I'm gonna turn off one of these lights here. So you can see it got a little bit dark. I have not received mine yet. I paid the low and slow price because I have no intention on reselling any of mine. I think I'm gonna give one away on the end of month stream, and I'll have it by then. But I'm not selling any of them. As a matter of fact, I'm probably gonna crack a few of them out and grade the coins. Most specifically the Lincoln cents. Venomous, congratulations. That's a great milestone, man. Keep it up. Yeah, I've been charged. I got charged last Friday. Yeah, we're gonna raid tempo coming up next. All right, we got 1 minute remaining. We only have 18 entries out of 43. And they'll send you 20. I hope so. I mean, it's truly sold out. The uncirculated set is sold out. The silver proof set is not. They're back on sale. Yeah, Ghost, take it as a win because that's not that's not the U.S. Mint's business. They don't like giving shit away for free. Yeah, Jeremy, this is a buyer appreciation. Anyone that bought tonight is in. So those folks get an entry. All right, guys. Well, for those of you that went into the giveaway, you guys certainly have a leg up. There's 18 of you out of 43. Ah, there's 19. All right, let's see who wins. All right, so the only thing I have to do is double check C Morel in the sold. The name does not sound familiar, but C Morel will still get something nonetheless. Um, nope, there he is. He bought one item for 34 bucks. C Morel, congratulations, sir or ma'am. It's like it's sir. All right, C Morel wins the buyer's giveaway. Well done. All right, so you're going to get this whole box. I'm probably going to transfer this into a smaller box because this is one of those long ones. It's to be easier to ship. So have fun going through that. There is again a 1931S. That's the key date. One of the key dates of the series. You're gonna have fun. My pleasure. And guess what? C Morel bought one item. How cool is that? Bought one item, ended up, getting a whole kit and caboodle as a result. So I'm gonna get out of here, guys. If we're gonna do another show between now and the 31st, I'll let you guys know. As of right now, I'm just gonna take a break. We're gonna get this out by Monday at the latest, because we're leaving the day after. So obviously it has to be done. Thank you guys again for a great evening. We're going to raid our friend Tempo. And I hope you guys have wonderful nights. See Morel, thank you. Not necessary, but I appreciate it, man. Thank you. All right, Martin, have a good one. Everyone else, have a great, safe 4th of July. All right, here is Tempo.